So I've recently moved into a new place and I wanted to create a brand new setup. Now I'm more or less complete and I thought why not share it with you guys. You know, since the setup theme is quite popular on YouTube or other platforms as well, and you know I've created a setup that I feel like I'm at the stage where I want to share it with everyone. Yeah, so let's get started. So upon entering the room, you're greeted with the Govee glide lights right in front of you. Below that there's a fake plant I got off Amazon, and then there's an IKEA Ect cabinet. This is mainly just used for storing things, and I've modified it a little bit so I've got some plug sockets inside, and then I can charge things or even power the Govee glide lights that are right next to it. On top I've got the Amazon Echo 4th generation and then a Canon printer and then some fake plants next to it. So we're going to start off with the productivity desk and then get to the gaming setup afterwards. So on the productivity desk we've got two 27-inch ViewSonic monitors. Below the monitors we've got the Apple Magic keyboard and then the Logitech MX Master 2S mouse, very popular mouse, and yeah, I've been using it for years and years and years, very reliable, no issues with it whatsoever. Powering the setup we got the base model 14-inch MacBook Pro with the M.1 Pro chip. This is a great powerhouse for my productivity needs. No issues, I can edit videos when I'm outside the house or on the go, and it handled everything I throw at it. So housing everything, we got the FlexiSpot sit-stand desk. It's quite useful having a sit-stand desk. I would highly recommend it if you got the budget for it. So let's move on to the gaming setup. So on the desk we have two 27-inch Asus VG27Q gaming monitors. These are both on monitor arms, so the centre one is a bit more adjustable. I can move that quite high if I really wanted to, but again it's another sit-stand desk which we'll get to in a minute, and find myself not needing to adjust the monitors. I'm trying to go for a very clean and minimalistic-ish somewhat aesthetic. Underneath the monitors we got the Logitech G Pro mechanical gaming keyboard, and then we got the Logitech G703 gaming mouse. In the future I might look into building my own mechanical keyboard. I'm not quite sure, I'm on the fence about it, I need to do a bit more research, but as for now I'm pretty happy with the keyboard I've got. For audio I'm using the Razer Kraken X gaming headset. Again, housing everything, we got the FlexiSpot sit-stand desk. This one has programmable buttons, which I personally prefer, which can be really useful, especially for having different presets. And for the chair we got the GTO Mega Racing chair. Now I'm sure everyone's wondering about the PC, and yes, it is from Cyberpower. However, I got it at a time where GPUs are really expensive, and it made more sense for me to get a custom configured PC from Cyberpower than it did if I got all the parts and everything and built it on my own. So inside of the system we have an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X CPU, a Corsair Hydro H150i AIO, 32GB of Corsair Ventus RGB Pro RAM running at 3200 MHz, two 1TB M.2 SSDs, and then 2TB SATA SSDs. For the motherboard we have the MSI MPG X570 Pro Carbon. For the power supply we have a Corsair 850W modular unit, and then the ever so popular Lian 011 dynamic case. There's something about this case that just makes it, in my opinion, one of the best cases on the market. So on the other side of the desk we have another custom built system. This is more so intended to be a NAS, and in fact it's running 3 NAS or 2 NAS core actually. I think it's running 2 NAS core. So this one's a little bit less powerful. It has an AMD Ryzen 3300X, 8GB of ballistic sports RAM running at 2400 MHz, an SSD for the operating system, can't remember the capacity, but we have got a 3TB hard drive for general NAS storage. I'll probably chuck in another one at some point in the future for either more storage or possibly RAID configuration. In case one of the drive fails, then the data will be replicated on another drive. Housing all the components is an ASRock Mini ITX motherboard, and then we've got the Corsair 450W semi-modular power supply, and then it's sitting in the Thermaltake Core V1 Mini ITX case. In terms of lighting around the room, as you can see, we got the Govee lights around the desk and then the nano leaves above the gaming setup. Behind the monitor, as you can see, we got the backlight glow on the wall. So right next to me, as you can see, and as mentioned earlier on, we got the Govee Flow Plus. I'm really enjoying the vibes of the lighting configuration in the room at the moment. I find it really relaxing when I'm gaming at night time or even just working. Although for the productivity setup, I'm thinking of adding potentially a neon sign above it just to fill in that blank space on the wall, or even thinking about getting some wall art. Next to the Asus monitors, we've got the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7. This is for extra productivity, or even if I'm streaming or anything like that, I can read the chat, monitor the stream and other things like that. So as you can see, I try to go for kind of a minimalistic theme, but still cram in as much functionality and lighting into the setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you very much if you made it all the way up to this part of the video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you dropped a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.